Hello, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our next presenter, Ms. Prasanti Madireddi.
Hello, my name is Prasanti Madireddi, and I would be providing an overview of artificial intelligence today. Let's take a quick look at the agenda for today's session. We will see what is artificial intelligence, history of artificial intelligence, different classes and types of AI, applications and examples related to those applications, the challenges and future of AI. Upon touching briefly about these topics, we will look at the different careers one can pursue in this field, the skills and educational requirements that are needed to pursue a career in AI. What is artificial intelligence? The capability of a machine to imitate intelligent human behavior. Right? Artificial intelligence is demonstrated by machines in contrast to the natural intelligence displayed by humans. AI is applied when a machine mimics cognitive functions that humans associate with other human minds, such as learning and problem solving. For example, computer playing chess with a human being. The system has to understand the moves made by the humans and then come up with the next move that takes the game forward. History of artificial intelligence. The foundation for AI was laid out in 1950 by Alan Turing in a paper that he wrote about computing and machine intelligence, where he suggested that computers can simulate any process of formal reasoning. In 1955, Alan Newell and Herbert Simon wrote the first computer program, The Logic Theorist, that mimicked the problem-solving skills of a human being and is called the first AI program. In 1956, John McCarthy conducted a workshop at Dartmouth Conference from where the field of AI research was born. In 1958, John McCarthy introduced Lisp programming language. Lisp stands for List Processor. Since inception, Lisp was used in the implementation of AI systems. Unimate was the first industrial robot which worked on a General Motors assembly line in 1961. This robot undertook the job of transporting die castings from an assembly line and welding these parts and auto bodies, a dangerous task for workers who might be poisoned by toxic fumes or lose a limb if they were not careful. AI can be classified into 4 different classes, from reactive robots to self-aware beings. Reactive machines. The most basic type of AI systems are purely reactive and have the ability neither to form memories nor to use past experiences to inform current decisions. This class of intelligence involves the computer perceiving the world directly and acting on what it sees. This will behave exactly the same way every time they encounter the same situation. Deep Blue, IBM's chess-playing computer, is the perfect example of this classification. Limited memory. This classification of AI machines can look into the past. Self-driving cars already do some of this. They observe other cars' speed and direction over time and add them to the already programmed representation of lane markings, traffic lights, curves on the road, etc. They are included when the car decides when to change lanes to avoid any mishaps. This information is only transient and is not saved as part of the car's library because this keeps changing every time the car comes onto the traffic and the conditions vary. Theory of mind. This point is the most important divide between machines where we have till now and the machines we will build in the future. Machines in this class not only form representations about the world, but also about other entities in the world. If AI systems have to coexist among us, they will have to understand that each of us have thoughts and feelings and expectations for how we will be treated, and they will have to adjust their behavior accordingly. Self-awareness. The final class of AI development is to build machines that not only understand consciousness but also have it in themselves. This is an extension of theory of mind. Consciousness is also called self-awareness for a reason. We assume someone honking behind us in traffic is angry or impatient because that's how we feel when we honk at others. Without a theory of mind, we could not make this sort of inferences. We should build machines that have capabilities of understanding memory, learning, and the ability to base decisions on past experiences. AI is a technology that is designed to learn and self-improve. There are numerous types of artificial intelligence that are available, but I will talk about few common types that are widely used. Activity recognition. Determining what humans or other entities such as robots are doing falls under the category of activity recognition. For example, a car that sees its owner approaching with a heavy bag of groceries may decide to open an appropriate door automatically when the owner approaches closer to the car. Artificial creativity. AI applications in fields that are viewed as creative, such as music, art, and design, are of this type. Also applies to human abilities, such as including humor in a conversation, would also be part of the artificial creativity type. Automation is another type of AI, wherein automation of decisions or physical tasks using machinery such as robots. Automating tasks in a car manufacturing assembly line is an example. Computer vision, which deals with how computers can be made for gaining high-level understanding from digital images or videos. Computer vision tasks include methods for acquiring, processing, analyzing, and understanding digital images and extraction of high-dimensional data from the real world in order to make decisions. Some examples are video tracking, object recognition, 3D pose estimation, etc. Decision support system. The use of artificial intelligence to support business or organizational decision-making activities. For example, decision support applications might gather and present comparative sales figures between one period and the next, or projected revenue figures based on product sales assumptions, etc. Machine learning. This is a field of computer science that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. It has evolved from the study of pattern recognition and computational learning theory and explores the study and construction of algorithms that can learn from and make predictions based on the data. Simple example is email filtering or learning to rank. Right? When you set some criteria for email filtering, it works on it and delivers only those emails onto a specific folder. Natural language processing, or NLP, is an ability to recognize, interpret, and synthesize the speech. Chatbots are an example. Siri on your iPhone is another example of NLP type AI. Okay. Let's look at some of the applications of AI. Right? In business, data science, and financial systems, is where AI is used to make rapid decisions. In the financial systems, something like investment banking, to analyze various funds that are available and how to invest and what are the good ways to invest is something that is taken care of by the AI applications these days. And similar to what we have seen earlier in the decision support system of projecting revenues or comparative sales figures is all part of the business applications of AI. In the consumer sector, mobile devices and many applications with voice, face, and character recognition are all the applications for consumer-based AI. In the entertainment segment, games such as chess, checkers, etc., and numerous broadcasting subscription channels all fall into the category. Now, for healthcare, remote-controlled surgical procedures that can be performed around the world is an application of AI, and the prosthetics for disabled people. Earlier, it was very important for the surgeon and the patient to be in the same location for the surgery to be performed, but with AI now, these challenges have been mitigated. In manufacturing, finding defects on assembly line with cameras and computers, use automation in assembly line, and replace manual tasks with robotic systems are all used in the manufacturing applications. Military, guided remote control cameras directed to the intended target, unmanned drone aircraft, decoding of enemy secret codes with rapid translation of foreign languages all form the part of applications in the military sector. Okay. Some of the examples that relate to the types and applications of AI that are discussed earlier is the voice recognition feature on a mobile phone to query anything that is available on the web, weather details or your fitness tracking details on your wearable devices, personal assistant devices at home or at office, entertainment recommendations based on your previous viewing history, something like Netflix or YouTube where you would keep on getting recommendations, online information based on the route you are traveling in case if there is a traffic congestion or any accident to divert into alternate routes, and the self-driving cars. Challenges for AI. The primary challenge is lack of compute power. AI, specifically the machine learning techniques, which are most widely used these days, require a huge number of calculations to be made at a very high speed. This needs a lot of processing power. While cloud compute and parallel processing systems are addressing the challenge in short term, the ever-increasing data volumes need huge computing power, and this bottleneck will continue to slow the progress. The next one is the lack of skills or the lack of people power. Until recently, AI has been worked on in the university IT research labs, but with the advent of numerous market use cases that we have seen earlier, the need for these skills is highly in demand. There are still not enough people to enable every business or organization to unleash their vision of artificial intelligence. According to some estimates, only about 10,000 programmers in the world have the necessary expertise to develop advanced AI algorithms. But that's barely a drop in the bucket for what companies will need in their near future workforces. Building trust. It is usual human psychology to trust a new machine or a system until they see proven results at a large scale. AI goes one step ahead and makes predictions that people don't understand, and that will make them uncomfortable. While we have got to get humans to understand and accept these recommendations, we should also challenge the machines at times, as humans might get to know something that the machines do not. Intuitive thinking. Right now, there is no neural network that can intuitively think and do multitasking like identifying images and pages. This means AI have to be taught to ensure that their solutions do not cause other problems in areas beyond those which they are designed to. The future of AI. I primarily see the future of AI in automated transportation. We are already seeing the beginning of self-driving cars. While currently there is a need for a driver to be present at the wheel for safety, over a period of time this would not be a constraint. Buses and trains are close to full automation. This would definitely improve the logistics industry in a very huge way. Improve medical care and treatment. Artificial intelligence will become useful for people with amputated limbs as the brain will be able to communicate with a robotic limb to give the human being more control. Home robots that can help people with disabilities or restrictive movement to allow them to stay independent and perform their everyday tasks. Taking over hazardous jobs, robots can be used in hazardous jobs such as bomb defusing and welding, which is known for producing toxic substances and intense heat. And finally, the companion robots. While most robots at this stage are emotionless, there is a company in Japan that has made the first big step toward a robot companion, one that can understand and feel emotions. The robots will be programmed to read human emotions, develop its own emotions, and help its human friends stay happily. This is one of the class that we've talked about as the self-aware robots. Okay. Careers in AI. Since the inception of artificial intelligence through the present day, AI continues to advance and improve the quality of life across multiple industry settings. The skills to translate digital information into meaningful human experiences will find a career in AI to be sustaining. The careers in AI can be divided into two types, one to build the AI apps and the other to implement the AI apps. While building AI apps need understanding of computer programming, implementing of AI apps need understanding of how to operate and maintain the robotic tools. For example, for the surgical health professionals, working with artificial limbs or operating surgical tools is something that they would be looking at. And for an aviation engineers working on drones and operating flight simulators would be a need. So what are the skills that are required for AI careers? There are various skills that one can acquire for pursuing a career in AI. Depending on the area of interest, the skills listed here are all useful for a career in AI. Various levels of math, algebra, algorithms, calculus, probability, statistics, physics, engineering, robotics, computer sciences, neural networking, graphical modeling, and cognitive science theory. These are all the skills that will help you to build careers in artificial intelligence. And the educational requirements that are needed for building your careers in AI, a bachelor's degree with major in any of the following will help to attain the skills required for careers in AI. Computer science majors or engineering major, health informatics or graphic design. These are some of the suggested references On Coursera, Udacity, Udemy, Stanford, you have various courses available for machine learning, neural networks, deep learning, NLP, and so on. You could take courses on these and improve your knowledge about the topics that we have discussed so far. Thank you for listening to this presentation. You could reach out to me in case you have any queries. Thanks again. Have a good day.